2023, Miss Michelle Marquez D.
Hello? And Michelle? One night?
I have never received so much flowers in the span of 7 days before. Maraming salamat. Of course, I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for taking the time to spend this morning/afternoon with me. Alam mo, sobrang nakakataba po talaga ng puso na mainit po ang pagtanggap sa akin dito sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi ko po naiuwi ang corona, I'm just so blessed to have all of your support, your overwhelming support, and of course to my GMA, Sparkle Artist Management. Thank you so much. My whole campaign wouldn't have been this strong if I didn't have the biggest network behind me, championing for me as well. Kaya maraming salamat. Mahal ko po kayo.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And again, in general.
Honestly, I'm still on cloud nine. It feels like only yesterday that GMA sent me off, and time flew so fast. I always say that in pageantry, it always feels like a dream, especially the day after, because you're grinding. Everything is so fast-paced until the next day, tapos na lahat. But of course, again, I'm still so overwhelmed. I'm still on cloud nine. To be able to win the hearts of so many Filipinos through hard work and dedication, I really couldn't ask for more.
It feels like, and it seems like you're never distracted of all of the noise, of all the distractions, especially leading up to pageant night and even after the competition. What's your secret in terms of concentration and focus and just focusing on your craft?
Well, I can't say one secret weapon because it's an accumulation of so much experience, knowing what my mission was, having that deeper purpose to fight for the Philippines and for my advocacy, which is towards autism acceptance. Everything, and I say this to all of my supporters, happens for a reason. And that secret, in your perspective in life, yung pagtingin mo sa lahat ng nangyayari sa buhay mo, that's what can really power you through anything that happens in your life. Kaya as long as you have a positive perspective and outlook throughout anything that happens, then kaya-kaya yun.
Parang lahat. 23, Miss Michelle Marquez D.
Hello? And Michelle? One night?
I have never received so much flowers in the span of 7 days before. Maraming salamat. Of course, I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for taking the time to spend this morning/afternoon with me. Alam mo, sobrang nakakataba po talaga ng puso na mainit po ang pagtanggap sa akin dito sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi ko po naiuwi ang corona, I'm just so blessed to have all of your support, your overwhelming support, and of course to my GMA, Sparkle Artist Management. Thank you so much. My whole campaign wouldn't have been this strong if I didn't have the biggest network behind me, championing for me as well. Kaya maraming salamat. Mahal ko po kayo.
Thank you so much, Michelle. And again, in general.
Honestly, I'm still on cloud nine. It feels like only yesterday that GMA sent me off, and time flew so fast. I always say that in pageantry, it always feels like a dream, especially the day after, because you're grinding. Everything is so fast-paced until the next day, tapos na lahat. But of course, again, I'm still so overwhelmed. I'm still on cloud nine. To be able to win the hearts of so many Filipinos through hard work and dedication, I really couldn't ask for more.
It feels like, and it seems like you're never distracted of all of the noise, of all the distractions, especially leading up to pageant night and even after the competition. What's your secret in terms of concentration and focus and just focusing on your craft?
Well, I can't say one secret weapon because it's an accumulation of so much experience, knowing what my mission was, having that deeper purpose to fight for the Philippines and for my advocacy, which is towards autism acceptance. Everything, and I say this to all of my supporters, happens for a reason. And that secret, in your perspective in life, yung pagtingin mo sa lahat ng nangyayari sa buhay mo, that's what can really power you through anything that happens in your life. Kaya as long as you have a positive perspective and outlook throughout anything that happens, then kaya-kaya mo.
Parang lahat.
I do have an amazing support system. I had an amazing team just rallying and sharing the same vision as I had. From my wardrobe to my glamping, my pasarela, my Q&A, lahat po yun. Sobrang they shared that same passion and dedication. Of course, I'm so grateful to have amazing friends, family that also flew. For my mom, admittedly, hindi ko siya nakita right after coronation night. So, the clips that I believe GMA posted or some other press publication posted of me hugging my mom at Naiya, that was the first time I saw her since I was on the Miss Universe stage. Kaya yung sinabi niya sa akin is, honestly, it's just endearing phrases, statements of love, support. She told me that she was so proud of me, na parang wala na akong ibang magagawa to change the results or in terms of my performance. Sinabi niya, ginawa mo yung advice ko, binakla mo kaming lahat, and of course, she was just very, very proud.
Pero looking back, was there anything you wish you had done differently or something you wish you had known before, going to the pageant or while in the pageant?
I asked myself the same thing. Pero honestly, looking back with how hands-on I was in every single micro detail, from the smallest detail to the execution on stage, pinakado po talaga ng team namin. And I don't know what I could have changed. Because I have so much respect for my creatives that executed the gown, from the training to all of the late night meetings and conversations. Parang wala po talaga akong kayang baguhin because I really gave 200-300% of myself into the competition.
That's great to know. Of course, everybody was following your journey to Miss Universe. They were on social media checking any updates about your the events that attended there, and we saw that you had a great time in the competition. Now, apart from the pageant itself, what do you think is the highlight of your Miss Universe journey?
Honestly, it's the relationships that you build. Siyempre, this is my second international pageant, so my biggest takeaway from my first experience internationally was, ang dami mo nakikilala na that share the same passion, that share that same purpose to really create a better world, to have that platform to just inspire everybody to be better. Of course, it's the same with Miss Universe. I was surrounded by 85 other empowering, gorgeous women that up until now we still are friends, we still maintain communications, and that's really one of the best things about pageantry, is being surrounded by like-minded people.
Well, talking about that, among the contestants, sino yung parang cherish mo yung relationship mo sa kanila?
Actually, madami. Kasi hindi naman po ako namimili ng kaibigan. Lahat naman kinaibigan ko. Of course.
Mas congeniality na nga rin eh.
Ako pwede na, pero hindi po. That's the one award na hindi ko nakanalunan. I mean, of course, I was friends with a lot of them, pero you can never get to know every single one of them. Language barrier is one of the biggest conflicts there. But I was very close one to my roommate, Miss Indonesia. Of course, we have Miss Thailand, Antonia. I was also quite good friends with Miss Nicaragua as well. Like, we would always share moments together, as well as Miss Mexico, Melissa. All of them are such wonderful, wonderful women. Yes and no.
Mhm.
Of course, because Miss Universe is something that I prepared for so long, where I absolutely knew that I couldn't claim the crown, but I technically knew what was going to happen. Of course, I just wanted to take the competition day by day. Of course, there were so many lessons and blessings in between. Ultimately, I came out of El Salvador a bigger, better version of myself,
Yeah.
and that's all I can really ask for. The whole campaign this year was to really shine authentically. Admittedly, kasi the first 2 times I joined pageantry, of course I was trying to shine as my own woman, pero I was still trying to conform into what I believed the stereotype for a beauty queen is, especially a Filipina beauty queen. This year, I really said I am going to be, alam ko lagi ko sinasabi, but unapologetically authentic. Because this is the person that I'm also celebrating. If this person is what the organization is looking for, then that person is who they'd want to work with for the whole year. So I just, I embraced my uniqueness, I embraced my story, I made sure to take everybody along the journey with me para sama-sama natin i-experience ang Miss Universe. Of course, I am the most authentic version as compared to my previous pageants, and I guess that authenticity has proven very successful. Yeah, accomplished because Antonia and I, we weren't able to converse too much during the start of the competition because we really didn't have the chance to. We were assigned to different areas. Pero, medyo nagka-away-away na yung mga fans. And our intention with our very first photo was really to show that bati kami. And if kaming dalawa bate, then our fans should really unite as well, or at least be more respectful towards each other. Siyempre, we're from pageant powerhouse countries, kaya medyo Thailand and the Filipino fans are the most vocal. So to be able to unite and show a good example in terms of loving and respecting everyone around you, I think we've accomplished that because the Philippines and Thailand has never felt closer. The fans, the supporters, we really feel the love, and Antonia and I, we share the same sentiments, of course.
And ano yung reaction mo when fans parang clamor for sana magkaroon sila ng show together or projects together?
I mean, of course, that would be very, very exciting. We've expressed that if anything comes up, then we would fly wherever we need to fly to make it happen. Of course, if an opportunity presents itself, I'm sure she'll take it under consideration. We have talked about it, and both of us are very excited, especially with the inquiry that we received nung pabalik na kami sa kanya-kanyang bansa. But one thing's for sure is I will be flying to Thailand for her crown turnover, and she'll fly here for my crown turnover as well.
Lastly na lang,
I've always been such a proud ate, and the more work he gets, di may commission din yung ate journey, diba? No, so I've always tried to expose him since he was younger. Not naman expose in showbiz, but really be proud of the kind of brother that my parents and my sister and I actually raised. Kaya for him to get this much attention, I think it's a testament talaga of how good my mom's genes are. And he's actually backstage. He was with me at TikTok Club. He's very happy that all of you guys are here. Pero nawawala yung phone niya, so hinahanap niya lang.
Magsi.
Thank you and congratulations.
Ako kasi I'm very self-aware. I'm also one of my biggest critics. And I knew that I was going to join a beauty pageant eventually. But I knew that I had a confidence issue. And acting first was the one that really helped me be confident to be in front of cameras, to speak in front of so many people, to cry on set in front of 100 people. That really breaks that vulnerability wall that I needed to really have that confidence to showcase my own self on a pageant stage. Because it's no joke. I have so much respect for all beauty queens. Because to stand up on a stage, to subject yourself to so much scrutiny, bashing, negativity, that takes strong women with strong-willed minds to be able to do that.
And my last question, you
Ano rin yung status mo rin kung makakonsider natin?
Maraming salamat. I don't think of myself as you know, a superstar yet or anything. I'm very grateful for the love. But of course, I think any actress or actor can relate that kailangan talaga yung mga projects bumabagay sa capabilities mo. But in this case, GMA knows me from the inside out. Kaya nila sinuggest yung Black Riders because they know that, you know, nagmo-motor ako, I'm an adrenaline junkie, and to have that kind of support system, making sure that the projects I get is in line with what works for me, that's a very big blessing, for sure.
Before kasi di ba more on mga
Bida or kahit extra, it all just depends on the storyline, the project, the co-actors. Ako, I'm very artistic. I love acting. Hindi naman ako diva na namimili. But of course, it all just depends on where to put that energy.
hindi naman kaya
Honestly, yung pagsasama namin ng mga girls, it all felt normal. I didn't feel anything different in terms of like Miss Portugal or Miss Netherlands, who were the transgender women or delegates. I didn't feel any different. It didn't feel like, of course, it's my first time internationally for Miss Universe, but it didn't feel any different from my first international pageant being surrounded by only women. Of course, you don't judge them based on their physicality or what's on the exterior. You judge them based on the conversations, their personality, how they talk to you, how they treat you. So I didn't feel like there was anything different just because Miss Universe was being more inclusive. Of course, I don't think we felt the other issues because labas na kami dun. So I actually don't know any insider information about the articles going around about the status of the business per se.
kachipan din.
I mean, I know the exact video you guys are pertaining to, of course. I always believe that there could have been a better way to address the very passionate supporters that support Miss Universe. But my encounters with her have been very limited. I think dun sa video na yun, that was probably my second or third interaction lang sa kanya. That was probably my longest interaction already. So parang, my judgment of character, very brief lang. But if anything and how to address this, I have gotten so many more interactions with Miss Paula Sugar. She is definitely motherly-like. She respects everyone. She respects the pageant and everything that is involved with it. When she made her announcement that she was stepping down, I had a moment with her backstage. I was at a loss for words because I really find her one of the most inspirational women around the world. And all I said was thank you. And you know, medyo naiiyak ako in that moment because I really did look up to her, and I feel like her stepping down is one huge loss for Miss Universe. And I think that says a lot to answer your question.
Okay, thank you. Mabuti na lang may Miss Paula Sugar pa kayo, di ba?
Honestly, I would love to be able to shine on my own, not have to be linked or have to depend on a love team. But of course, I have so many dream co-actors in the Philippines. I can't just choose one, but of course I'd love to work with Alden again. I'd love to work with Ruru, which I am for Black Rider. I mean, there's no secret. Papa P, also Sian Lim is one of those dream co-actors as well. But again, I'd love to be able to shine on my own. I'd love maybe, you know, something like Black Widow, where you can really shine authentically as yourself, na wala masyadong love team.
So this medyo may genre ng action.
I mean, no specific genre. I think hindi ko lang talaga matatalo nanay ko sa comedy. My mom is unprecedentedly the funniest woman on earth. Pero yung action drama, as long as it's the right story, the right cast, then I'm very open.